40 crore Indians have no access to medical insurance.
The first thing he sees is people around him are buying iPhones, mobiles. So he says, let me spend.
From a layman's point of view, medical insurance कैसे choose करी जाए?
Now picture this, post-COVID, we've had so many incidents of younger people having cardiac issues, lung issues, and kind of unexplained issues. The truth is that you've not made complete disclosures. That causes the trouble in claims.
Good afternoon, friends. Welcome to another episode of Medicine Unmasked. Every year, this question I face with myself is medical insurance. डॉक्टर होने के कारण भी मैं सोचता हूँ कई बार because I have a lot of data points that come to my head कि medical insurance कैसे choose करी जाए. To give you some facts, only 30 to 37% of Indians have medical insurance or are under any coverage of medical insurance. 40 crore Indians have no access to medical insurance or any way that they can pay out of their healthcare expenditure. Though universal health coverage in 2024 in India has helped us to get to a coverage of about, if you include private and public coverage both, to about 40 to 50 crore people, but still there are a huge gap in how we access medical insurance for our healthcare expenditure. दूसरी problem, because of inflation, healthcare expenditure is rising to about 14%. हमारी population जो है वो age कर रही है, तो healthcare needs बढ़ रहे हैं. And then there is a certain access to healthcare जो हम लोगों को चाहिए in this modern era. So as a doctor also, I feel that I am a medical expert, but I have very little knowledge on insurance. I have Mr. Prashant Rathi today with me. He is an expert in medical insurance. I think he has helped me also understand. तो मेरी जितनी भी knowledge है, I think I will give him the credit. So welcome Prashant sir. Thank you for coming to Medicine Unmasked. So basically, trying to understand from a layman's point of view, मैं एक साम आदमी कारण से समझना चाहता हूँ. इन्फ्लेशन बढ़ रहा है, मेडिकल बिल्स 14-15% बढ़ रहे हैं हर साल, एंड देन obviously we are still paying out of pocket. A lot of people are, at least. So why is that we are not able to understand the need for medical insurance? आपको क्या लगता है? You work with so many people.
True, it's actually a very interesting thing. So every data that we have has a societal background, the way we have grown. So there are two categories of people. One, who don't know, and second, who know. Now, in the first segment, the people who don't know, look at somebody who starts earning, he's 23, 24, he starts earning. So there's an organized sector where you have a blue collar job. Those people are, I think, far better in coverage because the employer takes care of them. It is the self-employed and the unrecognized, unorganized sector where there's a challenge. अब वहाँ पे दिक्कत क्या है? वहाँ पे दिक्कत एक आदमी ने आज अर्न करना शुरू किया. The first thing he sees is people around him are buying iPhones, mobiles. So he says, let me spend. If he doesn't have that much, but then he has family pressures of parents, brothers, sisters. So he'll really work on that. Then he'll get married. Then he'll have a family, wife. So he'll start saving for that. Then he'll have kids. So he'll start saving for their education, their marriage. In all this, we have never been told when we were growing up that health is a very important concern. And hospital bills are important. And really at that time, it was only public healthcare we used to take care of. It was not very expensive for us. But today it has become a problem. So people don't see that as a concern till the time they have a challenge. That's a problem. The second is lack of awareness. Most of the people that we have met, they are unaware of the government schemes. Maybe one of them, they don't need it. but then they don't even know about the private schemes available. So that's lack of awareness totally. Now come to the segment which is aware and yet doesn't have it. उनके पास क्यों नहीं है भाई? उनको तो awareness है. Now the reason is that they either had a very bad claim experience. So they're paying a premium of 30,000 and yet when their bill came it was rejected. Which was again, we'll really dwell on that a little later. But that kinds of puts them off when they say, "Oh, it's a complete sham. The complete whole setup is a sham," and they don't, want to go for insurance. And the other places where people have been paying, and now at a higher age they're finding the premium so exorbitant that they think, "Oh, it's so difficult. मैं इतना महंगा प्रीमियम कैसे दूँ? 5 लाख की पॉलिसी के लिए 70,000 कैसे दूँ हर साल?" Now that is the reason why what you said is absolutely right. Technically, 75% of India doesn't have the right kind of coverage. They don't have it or they have less.
So हम चालू करते हैं. I think आपने बहुत अच्छी तरह इसको डिवाइड किया अनऑर्गेनाइज्ड और ऑर्गेनाइज्ड में, और ऑर्गेनाइज्ड में भी अनअवेयर एंड अवेयर. एंड आई थिंक आई वाज वन ऑफ दोज पीपल हु वर अवेयर बट नॉट एजुकेटेड. सो मैं एक हेल्दी इंडिविजुअल की बात करता हूँ. लेट्स से आई एम 25 year old. I've just started my first paycheck. As I said, you want the phones, you want the holidays, you want the car, you want the EMIs, you want to get on the housing ladder, you have societal pressures. Why is health insurance important for a 25 साल का आदमी जो एक अच्छा नई जॉब में है? Why is health? How do we generate that awareness for that? How we make it very very इतना important कैसे बनाएं इस चीज़ को?
True, I think it is quite a common phenomenon today that a young person, he moves in a circle of his friends. वहाँ लोग बहुत बीमार नहीं पड़ रहे हैं तो छोटी मोटी चीज़ के लिए गए, OPD कंसल्टेशन लिया और वापस आ गए. So he doesn't see people, and it's becoming, the families are becoming smaller. When you had larger families, you saw that Chacha ji, Tau ji, they were falling ill. So you see that as a very distant thing coming. So you don't relate it to yourself and you see, okay, insurance तो old age के लिए है, बात के लिए है. What people forget is a very important statistic. Of all the medical claims being, if you look at data, almost 42% of claims are for people below 45 years of age.
Wow.
Now picture this, post-COVID, we've had so many incidents of younger people having cardiac issues, lung issues, and kind of unexplained issues. So it's become really important that you don't see health as a distant concern. It is upfront, it's staring at you, whether you look at it or not. And add to it the way we live. That's only compounding the misery. So what you must know is, as an individual, if you go longer to take insurance, and if you have had any episode of bad health, you will have a problem. Either your insurance will be very costly or you may actually end up not getting one in extreme situations. So it is ideal that you have one right now, so then that in dire situations आपका जो पैसा आपने गोल्स के लिए रखा है वो यहाँ पे खर्च ना हो जाए. So it's absolutely critical that at right age, at young age, have it at low cost, so that you create a health history, your claims get accepted because you've been paying premium for long. It's important that you take insurance right now when you're 25, 26, 27.
So it is something like now you build up a portfolio of credit rating. If you get it early and you have a good credit rating, then your premiums. So basically your good health can compound to you. मैं just एक simplify करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ कि your good health can help you compound over time, so your insurance premium when you really need it are very very low, right?
Right. Absolutely.
So ये भी हमारे को पता है, हमने ये भी बोल दिया. I think we all know all the facts. If we are talking about the 75% population ऐसी है जिसके पास में नहीं है. Okay. Now suppose you were to advise me that I am, let's say, 40. I've got no pre-existing conditions right now, and I want to get on this insurance ladder. बहुत सारे jargons होते हैं इंश्योरेंस के डॉक्यूमेंट में, क्योंकि पूरा डॉक्यूमेंट पढ़ा जाना या एक बहुत ही डिटेल्ड डॉक्यूमेंट होता है. सो ऐसी क्या 10-15 चीज़ें हैं विच कैन हेल्प पीपल, इफ देयर इज अ चेकलिस्ट इन द माइंड, बेसिक चीज़ें जो उनको ध्यान रखना ज़रूरी है.
Okay, that's a very interesting question. You know, I don't think people ask this, but ये बहुत सही है. देखिए, सबसे पहले ये देखिए कि आप कौन सी तरह के हॉस्पिटल जाना चाहेंगे when you fall ill. So, you know, you want to go to the best hospital, then you need a slightly higher coverage. So you have to decide what kind of cover I need. So for a normal individual, if you want to go to the best hospital, I think a 10 lakh cover is something that they must look at, even looking at the next 5, 7, 10 years.
Okay.
That's the first thing. Then they must look at whatever policy I'm taking, what are the hospitals that are covered in this policy. So you may want to go to hospital X and that's not covered in your policy. Doesn't make sense for you.
Okay.
Because then you have to raise a claim later on, which is a cumbersome process. वो बड़ा मुश्किल प्रोसेस है कि बाद में आप बिल रेज करके क्लेम लेते रहें. तो आपको देखना कि आपका हॉस्पिटल कवर्ड है या नहीं है. थर्ड, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंटली, in your medical policy, do you have sub-limits?
Okay.
So, you know, you can have a budget that I want to pay only this much.
Yes.
That will come at a cost. You will have to leave some good things to get that very, very low premium. So, if you're paying low premium, please read the fine print, what it will not cover. तो वो प्रिंट पढ़ना बड़ा ज़रूरी है in any policy कि ये चीज़ मुझे पता है कि ये कवर नहीं है. चौथा बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट, आपकी पॉलिसी के अंदर कितने घंटे पे आईपीडी क्लेम मिल रहा है, ओपीडी आपको चाहिए या नहीं चाहिए, वो आपको सोचना है. फिर देयर इज समथिंग मोस्ट ऑफ पॉलिसीज टू डू. व्हाट इफ आई हैड 10 लाख की पॉलिसी थी पर ये क्लेम तो खत्म हो गया, हमने 4 दिनों में पॉलिसी ली थी, इट्स अ फ्लोटर कवर, ये तो खत्म हो गया, अभी वापस क्लेम आ गया, तो व्हाट डू यू डू? Many policies today give a restoration benefit.
Okay.
So does your policy have it or not? क्या वो refill हो सकता है या नहीं, वो देखना चाहिए.
जी.
फिर ये देखना चाहिए कि प्री और पोस्ट हॉस्पिटलाइजेशन से पहले कितने खर्चे, दिन के खर्चे मेरे कवर होंगे और कितने बाद के, और सब लिमिट्स ट्रीटमेंट पे कितनी है. अगर ये कुछ चीज़ें देख लें तो आई थिंक दे आर यूजली रेलेवेंट. ये आपको एक फर्स्ट चेकलिस्ट हो गई. बट eventually you must remember that deal with an advisor who sells you, who's known for his services. Because ज़्यादातर केसेस में क्या होगा, जब आप हॉस्पिटल में होंगे आप क्लेम रेज नहीं कर रहे होंगे. क्लेम आपकी फैमिली में से कोई फीमेल कर रही होगी या कोई ऐसा कर रहा होगा जिसको पता नहीं होगा. तो अगर एडवाइज़र अच्छा है, इट विल हेल्प यू. वी डोंट सेल इंश्योरेंस बट वी नो द इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ अ good agent in this regard. So you must select the right kind of person for this. That's another important thing. So it'll help you get the right product as well.
So मैं अपन ने एक 40 साल no pre-existing disease. Now as a doctor, sometimes I feel people come. Let's accept, हम Indian population, we are not good at looking at, and we are not good at preventive health as a nation right now. I'm saying the aspiration is there. मैं भी खुद मानता हूँ. So I am, let's say, move forward 5 years down the line. I have now want to get on the insurance ladder. I have a pre-existing condition. Now there are two parts of this. Pre-existing condition के साथ में buy करना और प्री एग्जिस्टिंग कंडीशन के साथ में बाय करके वो हायर प्रीमियम देना. सो लॉट ऑफ पीपल विल से प्री एग्जिस्टिंग कंडीशन को हम थोड़ा बहुत उसको नज़रअंदाज करते हैं. मैं फॉर द लैक ऑफ बेटर वर्ड आई वुड वांट. सो मैं आपसे ये जानना चाहूँगा कि हाउ कैन वी सर्कमवेंट दिस इशू, व्हाट इज द एडवाइस? येस, वी कैन स्टार्ट अर्ली, we can look at the 10 points, 8 points that you've told, but unfortunately लाइफ की में प्रैक्टिकलिटी ये है कि आज की तारीख में बहुत सारे लोग ऐसे होंगे जो इस सिचुएशन से डील कर रहे होंगे कि मुझे प्री-एक्जिस्टिंग कंडीशन है, बट दे हैव द डिजायर टू गेट अ बेटर इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी. व्हाट एडवाइस वुड यू गिव टू देम?
सो सी, कई बार लोग ये सोचते हैं कि मुझे पीईडी है तो या तो मुझे इंश्योरेंस मिलेगा नहीं या बहुत महंगा मिलेगा.
जी.
नाउ व्हाट इज इंपॉर्टेंट इज you must know there are certain rules which help you. Obviously अगर आपने इंश्योरेंस पहले लिया तो बहुत अच्छा होता, पर अब पीडी है, disclosure is a very very critical component. If you're not disclosing your medical history completely with the insurance company, don't blame them or the hospital later on when the claim gets rejected, because there's a very high chance that a claim can get rejected. it's a system born after a lot of research, a lot of experience. So system somewhere understands this disease cannot come suddenly. They're also smart guys, so it can get rejected. Now what is the choice? If you have a PED, disclose it. You'll be surprised to know there are companies offering covers for diseases, pre-existing condition like cancer, heart issues, even thalassemia. You may end up paying a little more, but you'll have peace of mind, and that is priceless in my opinion. That's priceless. उसका कोई मोल ही नहीं है. तो आपको डिस्क्लोज करना चाहिए, बताना चाहिए, and then go for, and remember IRDA rules, they help you. All IRDA policies, compliant policy, in fact all policies are IRDA compliant, they say after 36 months of coverage, any claim related to your PD will not be dishonored.
Okay.
So until unless it is a specific exclusion that has been mentioned, they will never be dishonored. तो 3 साल का waiting period हो सकता है, which is still okay, rather than not having any insurance. I would say buy a policy, disclose fully, and then let first 3 years pass. It's a much safer way that way.
So again, हम diseases की बात कर लेते हैं, but and I think I want you to tell, do they have flexibility on waiting periods also? Let's say I have a pre-existing disease today, and there is a certain anticipation that let's say I want to get a TKR done, I have a hypertension thing. So can this pre-existing disease be also negotiated, waived off, higher premium? Is there an option, और ये 36 महीने होगी या 12 महीने होगी, ऐसा कुछ इशू हैं कि ये I think people are still not aware that is this a flexibility that they have, or they can negotiate with the company, or they can ask the company.
So as Indians, we are so good at negotiation. I go to buy anything, I would negotiate. So why not here? So yeah, so there are companies which allow you to cover a PED early by paying certain extra premium. So that's available. It's not with all policies, but there are certain policies which allow this. So that's the answer. It's available. You just need to search for it, get the right advice, and buy it if you want to take it.
And हम अभी diseases की बात कर रहे हैं, तो मैं I think maternity leave को और ये giving childbirth, I feel it's not no longer a disease, at least in modern India. And what about the coverage when people select, when they start? Is there some, because a lot of people say that this is something that we cannot plan or foresight or something like that. So is there anything from an insurance point of view that people who are actually actively planning families or on that sub-age group that can they benefit or they should look out for when they...
Oh wow, I think this is in today's day and age, there's actually a reality that families, once you get married, you will have a family. 2-3 years later, you'll have. But waiting periods for many of them are 36 months to 48 months. So the solution is, there are policies which you can take when you are unmarried.
Ji.
And they will start counting this waiting period from the time you got the policy.
Okay.
So the whole idea is awareness that this thing exists. And even then, let's say you got married and you were late in picking up, you pick it up now. But is it that you'll stop at just one kid? You may even have the second kid. So at least the second kid will be covered. Even if the first kid comes in the waiting period, आप policy तो रखिए, it will help in the second kid. So there are policies available. You need to buy it early. Even if you buy it right at marriage, very high chances today, most of the youth, there are two things happening. One, they're marrying late, and they're having kids later. So if that is happening to you, you'll be covered in our priorities. But even if that's not happening, the second kid in all priorities will be covered. Because in some policies you have a 36 months waiting period, in some policies you have a 48 months waiting period.
So I think with whatever the aim for India is to universal health coverage, and I think we are a big country and we are slowly and steadily getting there. But कई लोग मुझसे बोलते हैं कि सर ठीक है, हॉस्पिटलाइजेशन का कवरेज तो इंश्योरेंस से मिल जाएगा, OPD coverage and pharmacy coverage is also getting very, very high, especially for non-communicable chronic diseases. If you have, let's say, a hypertension or a heart problem or a kidney problem. So how, and I really feel that people are not aware about this part of the OPD expenses. So are there policies available? if you do not have it, can you opt in for it future में? If you have pre-existing disease, so can you just make us more aware about कि भाई suppose मेरे पास में है policy, या तो मेरे पास policy है and now suddenly I have more out of pocket expenses which are OPD in nature. Can I change my premium? How can I cover that? Or if I anticipate, let's have a family floater policy, can I anticipate that there will be out of pocket expenses in OPD? क्या मैं ऐसी पॉलिसी सेलेक्ट कर सकता हूँ? तो क्या ये वेरिएशन या ये फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी अवेलेबल है हमारे पास में?
So I think there are two parts to it. One is that having an OPD cover. Second is some part of it is also available in preventive cover.
जी.
So let's first look at OPD. Most of the old era policies did not have a OPD covers, and even if they had, it was so restrictive that to claim a 500 rupees bill, you will spend energy worth 2,500 rupees. So you end up not claiming that. So there are, I know of at least 5 such products. They are mainline private insurance products. No bias towards general insurance, national companies, but in private insurance companies, there are some very good products available. What they do is they have a main policy, and then you can pick on a rider. So that will cover clinical consultations, that will cover pharmacy, that will cover teleconsultations, that will cover home sample pickups.
Okay.
So it's available. You can pick that rider up. It does cost something, but then the next question is, would you want to take it because it comes at a cost? So my suggestion is, look at your family. If you have very young kids, till the age of 7-8, kids often go to a GP and often go to a practitioner for small ailments. So take it there. Or if you have senior citizen parents in the family above the age of 65-70, chances are again that you will need a practitioner. So pick those policies up. Or you have a history of chronic diseases, then have that rider added to your policy. It will make sense, it'll save you money, and it's really useful to pick it up that way.
Touching from my personal experience, and I know I just discussed with you. So let's say I have a policy, I'm aware, from organized sector, but there are certain special procedures, let's say, because we talk about robotic surgery, हम talk करते हैं, unfortunately cancer is on the rise, हम immunotherapy की बात करते हैं. A lot of policies which are not covering this advanced treatment or something like that. So how can one discuss, one be more aware? Because if I was let's say a 45-year-old, because insurance is not a static thing. आपकी medical, unfortunately, चाहे जैसा हमने बोला फैमिली ग्रो करेगी या आप एज अ पर्सन ग्रो करेंगे, तो आपकी नीड भी बढ़ेंगी, या जो हमारा मेडिकल वर्ल्ड है वो भी चेंज होगा, एडवांसमेंट्स होंगे. सो आप एक बेटर इन्फॉर्म्ड डिसीजन कैसे ले सकते हो? बिकॉज हर साल वो कट कॉपी पेस्ट इतना प्रीमियम करा दिया एंड देन थिंकिंग दैट ये 10 लाख की पॉलिसी अवेलेबल है एंड देन यू वांट अ मॉडर्न ट्रीटमेंट. मुझे लगता है कहीं यहाँ पे भी बहुत सारा डिससेटिस्फैक्शन. मैं सुनता हूँ, लोगों से डिस्कस करता हूँ कि सर मेरे पास तो पॉलिसी थी, 10 साल क्लेम दिया, जब मैं ट्रीटमेंट कराने गया तो मुझे वो क्लेम नहीं दिया. सो हाउ कैन वन डिस्कस दिस? हाउ कैन वी मैप द नीड्स? हम कैसे अवेयर हो सकते हैं, बेटर इन्फॉर्म्ड डिसीजन ले सकते हैं?
सो very importantly, as an individual, we need to create a right level of awareness about understanding the product. So there are two sides to it. One is from the policyholder's view, and second is the insurance company's view. That how do you make an informed decision as an individual? So you gave two examples, modern treatment. But while I come to that, first is as a policyholder, you must try to make an effort to read the policy that you have. If you don't understand it, do ask questions to your advisor. In all probability, he'll know. But we do face those cases day in and day out where people don't understand, the advisor doesn't help them understand. So that is where the role of insurance companies is coming in. That they, IRD has done its bit in initial sense that they made some conditions very, very uniform. So waiting periods are uniform. Standard exclusions are uniform. But there are a lot more needs to be done. So insurance companies will have to de-jargonize a lot of language to help people like us understand more. And whatever treatments you think are new age treatments, you'll be happy to know that IRDA, got a whiff of this in 2018-19, and they said these need to be covered by everybody. Now, what has happened is, excuse me, some policies cover them with certain preconditions, and some don't have a limit to them.
जी.
That is where the role of advisor will come into play, where you ask him a question. So you have to be aware about your own self, what you need, and then ask that. So if you do that, then definitely you'll get the right answer. Half of times we are not asking the right question as an individual also.
Okay. So I think we've covered why start early, certain things to look for, what are the flexibility that is available. From speaking to you, I feel that there is a lot more product flexibility that is available, and there is a lot more awareness that is needed. अब प्रॉब्लम आती है, मैं कई बार ऐसे डॉक्टर भी फेस करता हूँ या किसी रिलेटिव को भी हेल्प करता हूँ, सेटलमेंट ऑफ क्लेम्स इन द हॉस्पिटल. I think as a, that is again, you are already struggling with some problem. You're in the hospital for a medical treatment. There's a lot more going into you're thinking about post-rehabilitation care. And, it starts from some basic thing like room rent, settlement of bills, consumables, not coverage, pre-existing disease. As you said, medical jargons, and I feel insurance companies are doing their bit. But as a layman, 5-7 चीज़ें ऐसी क्या ध्यान रखें जिससे ये प्रोसेस थोड़ा सिंप्लीफाई हो जाए for a person who's going for a claim or settling a insurance thing, if you are to advise a lay person, because as you said, इंश्योरेंस लेने वाला बहुत ऑफन तो वो तो उसका ट्रीटमेंट चल रहा होता है, and somebody else will be settling the claim. So what are the 4, 5, 6, 7 things?
I would start by saying treat your spouse equally in knowledge.
Okay.
That is so important. Most of us have the notion that I understand now, why do I trouble my wife, especially the female counterpart, why should I trouble her, kitna samjhaun, and in the spirit of positivity, negative चीज़ें क्यों डिस्कस करूँ. But keeping that apart, you must let your wife know about the policy and the protocols involved in a claim. So that's one. The second bit is, why do claims become a hassle? Sometimes it's technicality, sometimes it is the truth. The truth is that you've not made disclosures, complete disclosures. That causes the trouble in claims. That's one big reason. Now the third part is about technical issues. The biggest technical issue is we make a delayed information to the insurance company. So rule says if it's an emergency procedure, within 24 hours you should inform the insurance company that I have been admitted. Sometimes it is within 48 hours in some companies. So if you're going, let us say you've taken a policy and you knew everything, your wife must know that there's a helpline number. इस पे कॉल करना अगर मैं हॉस्पिटल जा रहा हूँ कोई इमरजेंसी में कि ये एडमिट हो गए हैं. सो दैट्स फॉर इमरजेंसी प्रोसीजर्स. एंड द सेकंड इज इफ इट्स अ प्लान्ड एडमिशन, then you have to inform prior to the insurance company that this person is getting admitted, this is the policy number, so you take a prior approval. Half the times this is not done, this protocol is not followed, and therefore you have an issue. Now this is from the side of the insured person, but I fairly believe that there's a lot that even insurance companies and even hospitals can do. You run a big setup, and I'm sure you're following the great practices, but to all the people who are listening to this, from the hospital side, please have a claim desk which is friendly. Most of our clients complain, अरे वो तो इतना सरकारी आदमी है सर कि क्लेम लेने लग रहा है कि भीख मांग रहे हैं, वो बोला आ जाएगा मिल जाएगा. So we need to have a very friendly person, because this person is in distress. He is unable to arrange finances, and he at one end he is facing somebody who is not so friendly. What does he do? So we have a friendly person who's aware. And from the insurance side, I think I would strongly urge, have a very simplified process. And there's a great initiative that is being taken, not many people are aware, the National Health Claim Exchange. Okay. It's a government initiative. What it does is, it brings together the insurers and TPA. So till last year, and this is an initiative of the Ministry of Health and IRDI. So you have 34 insurance and TPA company coming together. It's a digital portal. It'll have the hospital put in the claim process there. Now the problem with the hospital is that there are 10 companies empaneled with it. Everybody has a different process. So the person sitting is confused कि यहाँ पे ये भेजना था वहाँ पे भेजना, he gets confused and the claim gets delayed or rejected. With this, you have a standardized process, a simplified process. You file the claim, it gets approved faster. So obviously there's some more time taking in it, it'll get bigger and larger in scope. So that's another process that the government has done. And we as individuals, I mentioned, hospitals and insurance companies, I think all of us need to do a bit to make this process very, very efficient and helpful for the person who is in distress and has come to make that claim.
So no, I think it is very good to know that. But I think I would like to know from you. You advise or you research about this product significantly. So what do you think the future is, or maybe the future should be idealistic? We are not living in an idealistic world. तो आपको क्या लगता है कि जैसे नेशनल हेल्थ एक्सचेंज, insurance exchange is a platform, I think, which is wonderful also, because it's at least streamlines, at least brings everybody on one platform. Yes, there will be some challenges with every new thing, मैं मानता हूँ उस बात को, but it's a very good initiative. I also agree with you. ऐसे और क्या initiatives which you think are being taken or we are not aware which will help, और या क्या आपको लगता है क्या challenges ऐसे हैं जो अभी unaddressed हैं जिनको address करना चाहिए future में?
Okay, so picture this. You are in Jaipur and you've gone to Chennai and suddenly you fall ill. Pardon me for making you as the example every time falling ill, but you fall ill and you go to a doctor there and the doctor says, okay, can you give me your record of the last 10 years? And you say, oh, they are at my home and they are in a drawer, I can't access them, nobody's at home. Or you have not even preserved them. Now the future, the way it looks like is that there is something called as a Ayushman Digital ID, which is in process. And that's a wonderful initiative by government, which will kind of digitize all records. Now that, when available, the treating doctor there would know that Dr. Shailesh or Mr. Shailesh Jhanwar has these historical issues, these medicines he is averse to. Now, it's so important, as a doctor, if you know that this medicine can have adverse reaction, you'll probably not give him. And there'll be a battery of tests which can be excluded if you know that. So I'm very excited by this development. Once it goes mainstream, it'll solve a lot of problems. So that, I think, is a future. Another thing is, I think, remote sensing is another great thing which I saw in Dubai some time back. So, one big challenge that good hospital will have that how a good doctor, Shailesh Jhanwar, can go at 10 hospitals when he has a time constraint of 24 hours. The traveling time is so much. So today, there are techniques available which can help Dr. Jhanwar to probably look at a patient 300 kilometers away with just the help of a paramedic staff. That, okay, his heart has this issue, his lungs has this kind of a problem. And you can actually feel that through tech. So remote sensing is another great area which I think is coming up surely. Maybe you are even looking at it very, very soon. And then usage of AI, ML to kind of look at claim processes. They, I think, are a great help. I see them coming in a big way.
So, again, if you were going to advise my younger self today as a first time person getting on the insurance ladder, मैं वो सीढ़ी चढ़ना चाहता हूँ, मैं वो informed decision लेना चाहता हूँ, क्या advice आप उसको देंगे as a person of experience, that where should they begin, how should they start, what is that, is there any perils of wisdom that you can give it?
So perils of wisdom, I don't know, it should actually be nuggets. But if you are young and you're starting right now, please keep an assumption that between 5 to 10% of your salary should go towards looking at what can go wrong in life. जब हम यंग होते हैं हमें लगता ही नहीं कुछ गलत होगा हमारे साथ, गलत पड़ोसी के साथ होगा क्योंकि वो गलत चलाता है गाड़ी, वो गलत जिंदगी जीता है. Secondly, please look at your sleep cycle, your smoking, your drinking, these things. आपका हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस बिल उतना ही बढ़ेगा जितना आप इसको एक्सेस में कर रहे हैं. So I'm not against a liquor company, but or or a cigarette company, but data tells us very clearly your lifestyle can impair your genetics to create a future you and your generations which will have a higher medical bill. So simple. Now, apart from this, so you have the right insurance, right habits. You can't control a lot of other things like the pollution that you stay, the stress that your job or business causes. But बाकी जो कंट्रोल सकते हैं वो तो कंट्रोल करें हम. तो वो ध्यान देना थोड़ा ज़रूरी है मुझे लगता है. And have at least a cover of 10 lakhs to start with, and then really progressively take it up as your income grows. If you are in a self-employed segment, if you are in a corporate, the corporate will take care of a lot, or discuss with your employer that what kind of cover you ought to have.
So thank you, Prashant, for coming here today. I think insurance is a very detailed topic, but I think in the last 20-30 minutes we could give them some information, at least sensitize people. मेरा उद्देश्य यही था, from a doctor's point of view, from a member of the society, how can we help people be more aware and sensitize them to take better decisions. So thank you for coming to this episode of Medicine Unmasked.
Thank you so much. Thank you.